Hello, my name is Anthony, and today I'm gonna be reacting to a video. My brother suggested for me to watch this. Let me just find it. Yes, I do watch Undertale. Where is it? He told me to watch this paranormal video. Hold on. I'm really bad. Paranormal. No, that's not what I'm searching up. Oh, I'm feeling sick right now. Not paranormal. Okay, here it is. These two right here. So I'm gonna put this on to add it to watch player. And I'm gonna watch top 15 series or things like that.
We're on set shooting our new music video.
I don't care!
Okay for him and his dad to swing by.
She's fucking oh god. My parents said not to watch a Ouija board video, but I meant not to watch it.
Number 15, Pocatello Pokey High School. If the name Pokey High School isn't creepy enough, wait until you hear what happens inside this most haunted of schools. Security surveillance cameras are to thank for the eerie recording of the paranormal events at the high school in Pocatello, Idaho. Paranormal activity was caught in full effect during a school holiday, with everything from spastic lights flickering to a creepy grayish ghoul standing in the midst. The utterly frightening event was reported in the Idaho State Journal. The report stated that the lights began to flash sporadically, while a figure transitioned from a sitting position against a wall to the bathroom, only to come out of the bathroom shortly later and trapeze down the hallway out of view of the security camera. This wasn't the first paranormal encounter at Pokey. A former school principal, Don Coten, tells of several occasions when, late at night, something like a broom handle banged against the floor below him, jarring him from his work. Shaken, he would stomp his feet and yell at the poltergeist for disturbing him. Other incidents reported by teachers and students alike include a ghoul in the rafters of the gym, a mysterious piano playing with no pianist in sight, a shadowy figure hanging around the auditorium, and ghostly noises throughout the school, all completely unexplained. An investigative team suggested that the paranormal activity could be connected to 6 deaths from a fire in the original school building, which burnt down in 1914. Whoever is haunting the building, they're sure doing a good job of it. Number 14, El Paso High. The high school in El Paso is as scary as they come. The school is haunted by the spirit of a girl who once committed suicide there. As her ghost does on occasion, the girl is said to have jumped over the balcony to the hallway. People have seen her paranormal image do the same. Before it reaches the floor, the ghost vanishes. There is also said to be a strange mist that hangs over the hallway where she was found. The haunted school has classrooms hidden underneath the building, a strange gooey substance that seeps from the ceilings, and misty hallways that, at times, must be sealed off. A ghost has even been caught on camera. In 1985, the graduating class took their annual photo. The image turns out blurry, but the ghost student is pictured, dressed in all white, standing amongst the other students. Official reports...
Hold on, I gotta do something. Sorry about that.
indicate that no one was standing there when the picture was taken, nor can the female in question be identified. Spine tingling, am I right? Number 13, Carl Schurz High School. Constructed in the early 1900s, Carl Schurz High School holds a lot of history, and most of it's scary. Apparitions, strange sounds, and smells have all been witnessed at the school. So much so that a paranormal team went to investigate the matter, using a device called Andy's Box, which allows ghosts to speak through radio station scans. The team entered the library and went to work. They identified how many spirits were in the room, 6, and the name of the spirit who was speaking to them, Stephen. Andy's Box works a little like a Ouija board, and interpreted the spirits as they began to grow angry. The energy in the room altered severely. It now seemed threatening. Stephen told the investigative team that he was sick and hot. They asked if the spirit wanted to tell the crew anything. In response, the spirit screamed, "I'll kill you." Though the encounter didn't end happily, no one was harmed. Being that expletives aren't allowed on most mainstream radio stations, we can all be sure that it was a real ghost to which the crew was speaking. Number 12, Residential School. In April 2011, a paranormal team was sent to a residential school to investigate some alleged paranormal activity that had occurred there. One of the investigators on the scene was setting up equipment when she experienced one of the scariest experiences of her life. On the 4th floor of the school in the dorm where the schoolboys resided, the investigator was already feeling her spidey senses tingling as she helped install security camera DVR cables from the window of one bedroom to the part of the school that her team had designated home base. To set the scene, it was a bright, beautiful day, and the investigative team, as well as members of another team, were standing outside photographing the school and assisting in the cable installation. The investigator in question was the only one inside the building. As she fed the cable outside, she heard a window bang shut in another room and footsteps approaching the room she occupied. "Who's there?" she demanded as the unknown approached. A male voice mumbled as he drew closer to the doorway, and then the door, which stood ajar, creaked slowly closed. She screeched in panic. She knew the history of the ghost that is said to have haunted the residential school, the ghost of a man who used to torture and kill the schoolboys who lived there. For a moment she considered jumping out of the 4th-story window, but before it came to that, her team rushed in to save her. The residential school had seen some ugly things, so who knows what evil could have possessed her had her team not been on the ground to come to her aid. Number 11, St. Michael's Institution. This renowned school is a
I want to say this is pretty long, and I might skip some. Because mostly my brother seen it and he showed me, so I'm just going to change the video because I already saw this. My brother showed me. Now we're going to look at this one right here. We're going to look at it right there. The first one. I feel like doing it, so I'm going to play the video right now.
You're tired of the way your phone looks? I'm about to give it a brand new look. Shake it. Wow, that's amazing.
Okay, that one right there, 11 Bloody Mary challenges that mysteriously work, is, I think, it looks like the same skin color.
Some people believe that ghosts exist all around us. If you've ever had personal belongings frequently go missing, felt like you were being watched, or have seen something move out of the corner of your eye, then you could have had a paranormal encounter without even realizing it. As these videos suggest, these ghostly encounters happen all of the time, seemingly at
Oh shit,
random.
there's a ghost right there. I gotta get my cat over here. Come here.
Number 11, just around the corner. Two girls are sharing a meal while their mother lovingly watches. It looks like a nice family moment until the girl closest to the camera notices something in the other room and lets out a frightened whimper.
What? It's okay. I just turned off the lights, that's all.
Nobody else sees it, and they continue
Oh,
eating.
shit,
Her
I saw
sister tries to
something.
cheer the worried girl up.
No, pause it right now. I saw something over here. When she looked behind her, I saw a white something.
But she sees something again and starts to cry out of fear. Her mother asks her what's wrong, and all the girl can do is point to the other room. She stands up, no longer able to be near whatever it is that she sees, and then she runs to her mom for protection. Her sister is laughing hysterically at all of this, but then she turns around and sees it for herself.
Turn around. But you gotta listen to me. Turn around, look at me. What's the matter?
The video ends shortly afterwards, but that's not all. Some YouTubers say that they can see the outline of a figure peering around the corner just moments before the video cuts out. It's supposed to appear on the right-hand side of the doorway. Let me know if you see anything.
Did you guys just see it right now? Okay. Let me just do this real quick.
Members say that they can see the outline of a figure peering around the corner just moments before the video cuts out. It's supposed to appear on the right-hand side of the doorway. Let me know if you see anything.
I saw something right here. You see it, guys? Right there, I see like a hair in a white dress. I don't know if it is. Is there something right there too? Something right there.
Number 10.
Damn.
The Kitchen Crashers. This apparent apparition wastes no time completely demolishing the kitchen of a YouTuber named Chris Well. It starts at the far end of the room and makes its way
I just
forward.
really want to play Prototype.
Things quiet down for a moment, and then the mayhem resumes, this time even closer to the camera.
I saw a fly. Fucking captions are getting annoying.
I will admit this video looks very realistic. I can't see any strings, and some of the things that happen, like the flying chairs at the end, would be very hard to fake. Besides,
Actually,
I
I
don't
saw
know
a
why
fly.
someone would go to the effort of trashing their own house just to make a YouTube video. It hardly seems worth it. Chris Well claims he has no idea what happened that night. He is very upset, and even went so far as to personally demand answers directly from the poltergeist itself. But of course, to no avail. Number 9, the Ghost Doll. This doll is supposedly 100 years old and should have no way of moving by itself. Its owner has been feeling suspicious that it could be haunted, so they sat it on a chair in front of a camera and recorded it for 24 hours. Nothing happens for a while, but then...
Sorry. Maybe... What number is this? Okay. Maybe after probably 2 more. Well, okay. I can only go for 2 more, and then I'm gonna end the video right there.
If this was fake, then a fishing line should show up against the dark background. I'd definitely like to hear your thoughts on how this could be faked, or if you believe it's real. Number 8. The Store Orb. This footage comes from a convenience store in India. After it was captured by an old security camera late one night, an orb glows with bright intensity as it glides around the empty store at random. The next day,